O great and powerful Phoenix, may I serve you with distinction and the suitable respect as befits the One. O perfect majesty, beatific vision of essential union, might I call upon you now to open your eyes and gaze upon those who have both summoned and worshipped you. O perfect majesty?
How dare you! How dare you command a god!
You misunderstand, O Great One. This wasn't a binding spell. We lowly 13 didn't summon you here to do our bidding. You are an ancient and terrible force, my lord, neither moral nor otherwise. The greatest power in the universe need not answer to this humble human flesh. We brought you here to do as you would, and perhaps, for our loyalty, let us serve you for eternity.
The greatest power in the universe, neither moral nor otherwise, and you give it to the friend of those 3 souls you just betrayed?
What? Oh, God, please, don't do this to me.
What do you mean? Show you mercy like you plan to show the friends of Jean Grey? Mercy like you plan to show the world you would have sacrificed in your pathetic, shallow bid for immortality? I will show you no such thing, little wretch. Nor shall I slay you now, because first I want to plunder all that you have amassed in my name. Every home, every artifact, every business interest, and every dollar and cent. I want to plunder everything that makes you what you are, and reassign them to this lame, pitiful creature that you intended to do such harm to tonight. Everything you owned is his now, Sebastian Shaw. Everything! So now I can kill you!
Jean!
Silence, Charles! I've been taking orders from an inferior mind for much too long already. Kneel now and watch in awe as my thoughts become deed, my wishes a reality. Stand back and witness the birth of the utopia you were too weak to deliver.
Jean, for God's sake.
It all starts here in this wretched building. The hearts and minds of 100 world leaders, so devious and filled with ambition, becoming purified and filled with nothing but love. Done. 3 blocks away, a dozen sick children open their eyes and smile for the first time in months. Their parents weep, holding them in their arms and whispering their thanks to God. Done. 8 blocks away, a jilted lover tears up his suicide note and starts scribbling furiously. A new zest for life and the half-finished novel he left lying under his bed. Done. 16 blocks away, 2 policemen are poking at the body of an old homeless man and... Oh God, what did those boys do to him, Charles? How could they do that to another living person? With a gesture of my hand, I'm going to... With a gesture of my hand, I'm... Charles, are you doing something to my mind here, little man?
I think you and I both know that all these pyrotechnics are getting quite out of hand, Miss Gray.
But you don't understand. I plan to raise that old soul from the dead, Charles. How dare you sit there and come between a god and her work?
You're not a god, Jean. You're an 18-year-old girl with a discipline problem, and I will not tolerate this behavior from one of my students.
Idiot. This isn't a result of Jean Grey's mutation. This is a force older than time with the power to snuff out suns. I am the Phoenix Force, the Shatterer of Worlds. Do you really think your sludgy little 4-pound brain is going to be enough to browbeat the Annihilator?
No, you're Jean Grey, an 18-year-old telepath with a beanie collection. You're doing all this because you're scared of being happy with Scott.
Don't make me do this to you, Charles. I want to use these gifts to benefit the world. Don't make my first real act of consequence be the execution of Jean's old mentor.
Don't worry, Marvel Girl. It most certainly won't.
Professor?
He's okay. Totally out of his freaking mind. But breathing pretty much normal.
What about you, Jean? Are you okay? I mean, is that thing still in your system or what?
To tell you the God's honest truth, Peter, I really haven't a clue.
Beast to Xmen. Beast to Xmen. Come in, Xmen. This is Henry McCoy with a priority alert signal.
Henry, it's Aurora. What's happening?
Sweetheart, I've been such an idiot. I came here to see a girl I met over the internet, but it wasn't a girl. It was the Brotherhood of Mutants, and now they know everything.
Henry, for God's sake, just slow down and tell me what happened. What do they know?
Everything, honey. That Magneto's alive, that we faked his death, that the Professor had him brainwashed and living in Queens. I didn't say a word. No matter how hard they hit me, I still wouldn't talk. But the Brotherhood has psychics too, Aurora. They just reached into my head and took what they wanted anyway.
Oh my God. You remember I was having trouble getting over you, Henry?
Of course.
Well, not anymore, buttwipe. You and me are officially history.
Thank you, Charles.
Sir, are you all right?
Fine, Blob. Absolutely fine. Just a little lightheaded from the psychic deprogramming. Give me a moment to recollect my thoughts again and appreciate who I am. Who did this, incidentally? Who among you had the courage to go behind my children's backs and arrange this little rescue? To whom do I owe my thanks here?
Actually, I believe that would be me, Magneto.
And you are...
Prosimian, sir. One of the several super-evolved primates who were freed from a lab on a Brotherhood anti-vivisection mission. It was me who hatched the little scheme to find out where you were. It was my idea, and mine alone.
Well, it seems I am forever in your debt, Prosimian. What you organized here shows tremendous forethought and considerable bravery. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that you exemplify just about everything that's gone wrong with this organization in my absence. Evolved primates indeed. Is this how far you've really sunk? Clearly, funds and membership are the first things we must attend to. Get a message out there to all our old friends and tell them they have 24 hours to come home and apologize, or else I'll seek them out and make them apologize.
Does that go for Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver too, sir?
No, I'm afraid I'm less forgiving of the twins, Blob. Their treachery and incompetence must be made a strict example of. And truth be told, they'll expect nothing less from me. Just tell them Daddy's home, huh?